like to bring up the person designated in our program as a distinguished speaker, but he is definitely a familiar face and a longtime supporter of the Connecticut Fallen Heroes Foundation. It's Connecticut State Senator Tony Hwang. And before you come up, Tony, and I know you always say like no introduction is necessary, but you also know I'm not a great listener when it comes to that. So I just want to say these few words and I'll just ask for forgiveness. Tony has been a part of this organization for a long time, many, many years. I think it's actually been decades now. And it made a lot of sense when we first started in Trumbull at Ingy and Ledge Park. That's very much part of his territory, if you will, an area that he represents. But as Connecticut Fallen Heroes grew and we found different homes, and now we found a very solid home here in Prospect, his dedication to our organization has never wavered, and that is something you've seen over the years. People are public figures, the faces kind of come and go. And there's also faces that you know you can count on every single year. And you are absolutely one of those people for our organization. And I just want to say we really appreciate you and appreciate everything you do for us, not only just showing up today. He's actually, if anyone is here from Fairfield, he's currently running to be the first selectman of Fairfield, so we hope he gets your vote. But he could have easily chosen to campaign today, and instead, without question, without waver, he said he was going to be here, and he is here, and not just for a quick little wave, but for the entire ceremony. Thank you. Come on.
Well, Marla, thank you very, very much. Thank you all for being here. But I want to take a moment to thank the Fallen Heroes Foundation for the work that they do tirelessly. And we'd be remiss without trying to point out Michael Mastroni, who is hiding every single year. Can't find him, can we? Where is he? There he is. There he is. Give him a big hand. And Marla, with your beautiful family, as well as your small army of volunteers, you truly do honor this organization and the goal and mission of this organization. I'm vibrating here, right? Let me take a moment and really focus in on why this event is so important. This event is all about our fallen heroes. It is about our Gold Star families. It's about never, ever forgetting about the sacrifices that's been made by their loved ones and themselves and their families. It is honoring the pact, the sacred pact that our soldiers have made in protecting us, those who are safely ensconced in our homes, that are away from the harm. It is a pact that is sacred to recognize that when those soldiers go out to fight and protect us, that we have a responsibility, we, the people that have benefited from it, who do not see the trauma, the dangers, and the ultimate sacrifice of war, that we must always keep that promise to protect their families, to honor their legacy. There can be no if, and, or buts about it. No political posturing, no if and buts about it. There can be no exception. Our Gold Star families and the legacy of those who made the ultimate sacrifice must be honored. And for those that have given and fought for our country, that have come back with scars and trauma, we have a responsibility and a commitment to honor that sacred pact. I think it's really important that we take a moment to really remember that this is a ceremony to honor those, but it is also a ceremony to remind all of us And I've said that repeatedly because we are so fortunate. We are so lucky for many of those that have not been impacted by loss to take for granted the sacrifices that have been made. Let us not forget that we have a pact and a promise to keep. Now, I'll leave by saying that we're in difficult and very divisive times. No doubt, every news outlet you see, there's such raw emotion and divisiveness. And I'll steer it back to our Gold Star families, our soldiers, which are the paramount focus here today. When our soldiers are fighting for our country, the United States of America, they don't care about political parties. They don't care about race and ethnicity. They don't care about religion. They don't care about socioeconomics. They are united in protecting what is the principle and the values and the rights and freedoms of America. I can assure you that our enemies do not see those differences. Our enemies see the United States of America and our soldiers as a united front to protect those rights and liberties. We, when I say we again, those that have been ensconced and protected and insulated from the real tragedies and the traumas of war, need to take a moment to remember that we as Americans need to be united and not divided. So God bless all of you for being here today, and for as long as I will be invited, I will be here because I will do my best to honor that pact of gratitude and return for all the sacrifices that they've made. And with that said, I'd be remiss in not saying, wow. U.S. Army Captain James Morgia. A 103 years young, belting out tunes. Rhea, I know you have such a beautiful voice, but I don't envy you following that man. And I will say that if there's nothing else I've said today, other than being able to magnify my voice, Mr. Morgia, Captain Morgia said to me, I remember last year, he says, when you speak through your stomach. Don't be shy. I hope I've accomplished that today, Captain. God bless you.